Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Daniels, and I will be your instructor for this term, and I look forward to working with you. Everett, Washington, just north of Seattle. I have two kids, Rebecca, who is 19, and Jonathan, who is 16. I do have a black lab named Oakley, and I've got a little Chihuahua Pomeranian named Tara. So, who am I? Why do you want to listen to me or come into my classes? Well, first off, I have over 18 years in training and employee development under my belt. I teach many different subjects here at CTU, for example, HR management. I do employee and training development courses from HRMT 410. HRM 345, Building Effective Teams, HRMT 330, HRM Legal Environment, just to mention a few of the more recent courses. I started out in teaching back when I was in the U.S. military. I did 20 years with the U.S. Navy, 7 years basically fleet sailor. I started out on the USS Forrestal CV-59, which is, an old carrier that retired in 2000. And then I went on into Master at Arms School, which is military police. Started out working with canines. Did both drug dogs, bomb dogs, and patrol dogs. Once I went back to the fleet, I went to the Abraham Lincoln, another carrier, and in 2000 I left the carrier. I got selected to go to SEAL Team School, and I went through BUDS. I did not make it, and my consolation prize out of that, which was SWCC, Surface Warfare Combat Crew. And found my love there, and basically I did the remaining years in the SWCC community. What I had there, and I'm showing you a couple pictures here as we've gone through. I got to do a lot of cool stuff in the military. One of the biggest things that always came about was how we trained, and I believe training is fundamental. So it kind of brought me back full circle to where I'm at right now, where now I teach at a business world and the university here. So I've held many jobs through the military, and then after I retired from the military, I started working at a company called Lion Science and Technology. I was in their laser weapons division, and I was a senior instructor. Once I did 4 years there, I went over to a company called VSE, and went back to Iraq as a civilian contractor, and I was the site program manager there in Iraq at the shipyard, Qusar shipyard, and I was responsible for all of the training that went through the shipyard to the Iraqi military, as well as the civilians and the military, both Canadian, Australian, British, and U.S. And I left after 1 year of doing that, I went to Boeing Defense, and I've been residing there in Boeing Defense in the training group, leadership, learning, and occupational corrections. So I do a lot with change management. I do a lot with team building and leadership learning. So any questions about that, make sure you feel free to come into the live chat, and we can be, I'll be more than happy to go over anything in more detail with you. The biggest thing here is I want you to have fun in this class, and I look forward to learning with you, as well as, and I say that because as you come into the classroom, you provide a certain level of knowledge that you're wanting to share with your classmates as well. and I'm going to help tap into that so that we can have that team building effect in our classroom where everybody in our classes are on the same team. One of the other things that I will note is I did get a chance to co-author a book. It was research and development of laser weapon systems, and the one that I wrote about was the LA9P Green Beam Designator, and that was completed in 2009. Hardest thing I've ever had to do, I believe, was help write that book. Now, I co-authored that book, and most of the credit, I have to say, goes to James Flippin, who did probably 60% of the research on that. My education is pretty simple. I have a background with leadership and development. I earned a certification through MIT in 2019. I'm still in the MIT Leadership Development bachelor's program, and I have a game design background from University of Washington, which I bring into designing training. I earned my master's in instructional technology through Ellis University out of Chicago, Illinois. And if you notice there, in 2006, I graduated from CTU. So, with that being said, what that means is I can relate to what you're experiencing. I have been there, and one of the biggest things that I always found as my biggest complaint when I was at CTU was that the instructors are not available. My dedication to you is you should have no problem reaching out to me. I provide multiple ways to reach out to me, and I'll go over that in our live chat. This is strictly an introduction right now. I do have my bachelor's from CTU in Human Resource Business Administration, and I am certified as a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, Lean Plus. I have an Agile background as well for project management and Safe Agile, as well as a PMBOK background for PMP. I did get my certification in Professional in Human Resource Management. PHR is the certification. I look forward to having you in class, and I'll see you around. Bye.